Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Friday morning, afternoon or evening across the world we may be at. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your weekend is going well, and I thought I would do a Galloway Coaches review video and talk about what I've learned over the years since starting to travel with them independently and also with my dad on some trips as well. And I want to talk about things that I've learned as a neurodiverse autistic woman, someone who is on the disability spectrum. And over the year I've gone from being really quite anxious traveller to settled traveller, independent, confident traveller, and I've learned to communicate with the drivers and to build friendships with each and every one of the different drivers that I've had so far. Aaron, Richard, Wes and Dave, I believe, and Pete, I believe, the ones that I've had so far for the drivers that I've had for each different trip that I've been on. Each driver has their own qualities and friendships and strengths and different communication styles that they have, and each driver has made me feel 100% safe. They are 100% knowledgeable on what they're doing and where they're going, and I like the fact that they inform me where they're going, where the journey starts, to where the journey's going next, to how many people they're picking up, to then where we're going, if we're having a rest stop or if we're continuing straight to the destination, and then having a rest stop or comfort break on the way back. And then they explain how long you have and then when to be back on the coach ready for the departure journey on the way back. And as a autistic woman, it means a lot to me to have that structure in place. As a neurodiverse woman, it means a lot for me to have that. And it really means a lot that they've accepted my autism, they've understood me, they've communicated with me in a way that helps me to understand when I get overwhelmed, or like for instance on Wednesday when I started getting a bit panicky about the noise in the car park, because it was horrendous in the coach park when we were coming back from the town. The noise of all the different coaches and the coaches screeching like when they were leaving, it was just horrendous. And Wes was really good. He just was like talking to me about other things to distract me. And with my dad, it was really thoughtful that I didn't have to sit there and panic, so that really helped me out. And over the year I've really learned to become a less anxious traveller, more independent traveller, someone who's gained her confidence and being able to buy her own merch from each different venue, each different trip that I've been on. And I've been able to successfully communicate with the drivers in my own way. I've been able to tell them about my autism, how it affects me. I've let the office staff know about my autism when I first booked the first trip with them. When I went to Coronation Street, I expressed to them that I was anxious, that I have autism, and that I'm not sure about how things work. And they were very good with me. They reassured me that everything was okay, and they reassured me like what driver I was going to have, and what time I was going to be getting picked up from the station, what time we'd get to the venue, and what the agenda was for the trip. So it made me feel less anxious already. I was very anxious to begin with, and then as each trip has grown and grown, my confidence has grown, my anxiety has lessened to the fact that I hop on the coach now, I don't even think about being anxious or panicky or think I just get on the coach, I'm like relax, because I can sit back and enjoy the journey and then get to the drop off. And then if we have to walk a little bit to the venue, then I find my way to the venue and then find my way back to the coach. And I've learned to trust myself a bit more, because I don't know my way in London at all. I'm going to be honest, I don't know my way in London. I know how to get there, which is fine, but to get around and to find stuff, no, my sense of direction is total rubbish. And each time the drivers have provided us a map with an address and the postcode, and they've given us a walking directions map, so we know whereabouts we have to walk and how long it's going to take us to get to the venue and then back to the coach. So that again lessens the anxiety and panic of how to get back to the coach or getting to and from the venue. And usually we have time to have something to eat or do a little bit of shopping in between the venues, so it's nice to we have a bit of sightseeing time, which is quite nice. And we're able to successfully make our way around London to the venue to watch the show that we're paid to watch, and then we make our way back to the coach. And they welcome us back on board, they count everybody, they make sure we've had a really good time, and they tell us about the instructions going forward on the way home. They explain what pickups we're doing, what drop-offs we're doing, and then they explain if we're going to be having a comfort stop or not. And over the year I've really learned to make friendship with the drivers and communicate with them, have a bit of banter, a bit of jokes. I've learned to express each trip how I felt, and each trip I've managed to do some kind of review video on my channel just to kind of talk about it. And there is a bit of anxiety inside me each time that I think, Like, I'm going on a new place, I'm going to a new destination, I'm going to a new theatre or a new show and I'm not sure about it, or something in me thinks, oh, Gemma, why are you doing that? But as soon as I get on that coach, I just forget about everything. I'm relaxed, I'm super chilled, I enjoy seeing the scenery on the way, I take some pictures. Sometimes I take a bit of video footage just to show that I've been somewhere, I've achieved it, I've been there, and it makes me feel good that I'm able to come home and successfully go, yes, I've done yet another theatre, I've done another part of London that I don't know nothing about. Like, I've been to London so many times now, I'm getting to see different parts of it, and how pretty London is, especially in the early evening. Like, it's lit up, it's beautiful. Like, being able to see a different place from being in my usual hometown is magical, because you don't get to see like all the big skyscrapers in my hometown, whereas in London everything's bigger and brighter, and there's more buildings, there's more architecture to see, there's more people running around. Like, some of the Londoners, like on Wednesday, like when we're coming home, they just don't seem to care. Like, they're literally running around in front of the coach, and why? Like, but again, that's part of the London life, that's part of the London busyness, and getting to see people crossing the road and being on their bikes, and it's quite interesting to see how they act around other people. But also the drivers, like, I want to say this is about Galloway, the drivers that I've bonded with, made friends with. Each driver makes you feel special, included, accepted, valued, and they all ask about my YouTube channel. Like, they know I'm a social media person. I do a lot of social media videos around autism, disability, neurodiversity. I try and talk about from my perspective as well as a general autism perspective in general, and they all know that I like to do video reviews, talk about my thoughts, my feelings. And today's video is going to be based on Wes. Wes, if you're listening, I know this video is for you. Wes on Wednesday went above and beyond his job duty for me and my dad. He really did help us out. He understood that when my dad left his phone in the coach at the end of the day, he sorted out an arrangement for my dad to get his phone back, and it was just really above and beyond his job title. He didn't have to do that, he didn't have to offer to do that, but he did, and he made sure my dad got his phone back and was able to retrieve his phone, and it was above and beyond his job title. And again, the whole day he was just very thoughtful. Like, he talked to me and my dad on the coach when we came back from the tower to the coach park, and he said, so hi guys, like, how was your trip, like, and she was like talking to us the whole time, keeping it fluent, and making us feel like really important, and like, we're like, yeah mate, we had this and this and this and this, and just the conversation was flowing, it was natural, there was no awkward silences or pauses, and he's just a really nice guy to be around. And I hope I have Wes for a lot more journey trips, and each driver has their own different personalities. Aaron and Richard and Dave, who I've had I think before, and Pete was one I had last time as well. They're all different characters, but Wes again went above and beyond his job title and really did help me and my dad out when my dad didn't realise he'd actually left his phone behind. So it's really nice to know that he was there to actually help him out and solve that problem. And again, just talking to me, he's like, oh, hello again, Gemma, how are you? And that made me feel comfortable and ready to get on the coach. And it's just little things like that mean the world, because his social skills were brilliant. He was very encouraging to us and just talking to us and making that conversation a lot more easier for someone like me who struggles to socially communicate. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed hearing my review. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. I will put the Galloway Coaches link down below in the video description. So if you are in the UK only, the link will be down there if you want to find out more information, or even book yourself a trip and tell them that Gemma sent you so that they know who the link is coming from. And I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.